All right, here we go. Good morning, YouTube. I said that too loud. Oh God, it's 12 in the morning. You guys are making me like wake up my parents. All right, so here we are with the new tactics ladder, and we're gonna do 5 tactics. I believe we are 2385. Look at that. I was climbing the ladder while you guys were gone. Either that, or you guys have been watching my videos. You guys better be watching. Anyways, here we are. Black to move. And 2 pawns, 2 rooks. You know? So we're in this endgame situation, and we're black. We're trying to maybe create a winning situation for us, right? Pretty obvious. Um, at the very least, um, I'd say we should be a good pawn ahead. I think it's very crucial that we be a pawn ahead. Okay, I think I already solved it in my head. So, I was looking at if we were a pawn ahead. Here's the logic behind it. We want to be a pawn ahead. That's the underlying goal. We want to be a pawn ahead. Why? Because when the pawn's there, the queen's there, right? The pawn can promote to a queen, is what I'm trying to say. So basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get rid of white's pawn and then advance with our pawn, right? And we can take off the rooks on the board, makes things easier, makes, less checks on the board. You can't really check with a king and a pawn that much. I mean, eventually you'll run out. And what's funny is that when promoting with the pawn, you actually don't want to check the other king. Instead, what you want to do is create a clear passageway for your pawn to promote safely to the other side. So, here we go with the tactic. Clearly, white's king is pushed to a wall, and that wall is specifically the h-file. So looking into this tactic, kind of dissecting it, as to the positioning of it, where the pieces are right now, I'd say our king is pushing white's king to the wall, right? And, like I always say, my daily puzzles, tactics ladder, every single video I come up with, mainly, like 95% of my time, 95% of the time, I say forced move, right? Forced moves. So the only forced move I see here is rook 2 h1. And when that king moves, it has to move to only one square. Only one square. And that square is g2. And now we have an opportunity to take white's pawn. And we can simply take it. The move, rook takes h4. Now notice, when white's rook moves, it cannot move left or right. It has to move up or down. In other words, it has to stay on the same column as its king. What that means is we can create a pin or a fork, depending on the situation. Now, typically, when you're trying to create a king-pawn, king-win, right? You're the one with the pawn you're trying to promote. You want the king to be in front of the pawn. Right now, our king is in front of the pawn, and in fact, we will win this game. It is a guaranteed win for us. Let me show you how. We simply take off the rooks on the board with this fork. Now, here's the most important decision. Do we take with the pawn or the king? Now, like I mentioned, it is very important that our king is in front of the pawn at all times. Therefore, we must take with our king. And after the king tries shuffling back, we do the same. Mirror it, right? Absolutely. And so here, this is a clear win. This is a clear win. Whatever the king decides to move, it has to move left or right. It cannot move forward. It can move backwards, but if it moves backwards, we just copy it. Now, if it moves left, we don't copy it left. Right? This is not gonna do much, right? Because eventually we're gonna have to push this pawn. After the 3-move repetition we're scared of, and that's a draw. Now, that's a forced draw. So, the trick is, if the king moves left, you mirror it. If the king is going this way, you go this way. Instead, you actually don't want to go this way, because you want to prevent this king from coming back here, right, to this square. You want to prevent the king from coming back here. In order to do that, you actually don't go this way, you go this way, diagonally across. Same idea, but just now, look at what the king is controlling. A passageway for your pawn. White says, okay, I blocked this square. You do the same thing, mirror it. Now king has to move left or right. Basically, you're forcing the king to move left or right. In either direction, you mirror it. This came here, so we don't go here. We instead come here. But we don't want the king to come here, so we instead come here. Perfect. And now we have these three squares secure for the pawn. And once the king moves, we can simply push it forward. Nothing white can do. Bada boom, bada bing. Or is it the other way around? Bada bing, bada boom. That's probably it. Alright, next puzzle. +2. That's good. Goal is 2400. Even if we slowly advance. Alright, so again, we are black to move, and it looks like it is very simple tactic. Very, very simple tactic. I mean, I'm just joking. It's not a safe. Whoops. Let me show you that again. Okay, so it looks like a simple tactic, but I'm not sure. Might be, maybe not. Maybe not. So, here we can see knight can come here. Fork the king and the queen. Or we can go for the legendary checkmate. That's probably what we want. The legendary checkmate, right? And what that is it's coming. You just gotta give it some time. Okay, got it. Bada bing, bada boom. 2397. Look at that. That is progress. That is what I call solving a 2400 tactic. Maybe a 2500 tactic. Okay. So, at the end of the day, these tactics are really easy. At the end of the day, you know, 1200 could solve it. So you might say a 2400 tactic, but at the end of the day, it's all about looking at the puzzle, right? I mean, solving a tactic with the ticking talk means you actually have unlimited time. The timer, notice, it's going up. You'll never see that in life. that's like disarming a bomb with the timer going up. You probably won't ever see that. So basically, chess.com is not saying, solve it under a limited time, right? When you're in this game, there's a lot of pressure, right? But the thing is that when you are solving these tactics, when you are trying to get the correct solution, time is, irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. You guys shouldn't be watching the time. Yes, it does affect the number of points you earn, but who cares about that? Solving the tactic correctly will always benefit your rating, right? That's probably the better thing about chess. That's probably the better thing you're looking for in this tactic, in this type of training. What we're doing is we're not training your mind to think fast. We're trying to train your mind to think, over plans, candidate moves, the whole board. When you think fast, you're skimming the board. Instead, we should be detailed with every position possible, every positioning they give us. So here they give us this bishop rook king setup, right? And it's pretty clear that we are looking for maybe a discovery, cool discovery. We can we could slide that rook. Yeah, we could do that. I feel like it's not too much. I mean, considering white also has potential mating threats, I wouldn't consider our safest option to be going for material. I think we just want to mate. It's easy, clean mate, right? That's what we're looking for here. Now, how do we accomplish such a thing? Basically, here's what I think in my opinion. Okay, wait, wait. Let me think. I'm thinking of rook takes f1. This is scaring me because rook takes f1. You know, that's a forced move. You know, I like double checks. They're forced moves. King has to move. Where does the king have to move? Take the f1, right? So that is the force move, right? And here I can clearly see, you know, rook takes f1, the king takes f1. It looks like we have queen f2 in the bag, but there's this knight here. That is annoying. And how do we get it out of the way? How do we do that? What if it's rook takes g2? Yeah, I think rook takes g2 is a solution. Because if I see it, rook takes g2, your king goes to h1. Then the answer is very clear, rook g1 checkmate. Easy, right? Man 2. However, if the king takes g1, which is another move, out of two moves, two possible moves, king takes c2 or king h1, king takes g2, then we simply play the move queen h3 checkmate. Very easy a very easy problem. Just overlooking it, right? Wait, yeah, just checking. Right, and then after this, we play a simple move. Oh my god, it's like they don't want me to go to 2400. Why? I'm 2398. Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. We're solving correctly. I'm glad. Now, trap this queen now. Trap that person. Most powerful piece on the board. Why not, right? So, how do we do this? How do we trap that queen? The answer is, well, it's coming. It's coming. Yes. No, it's not coming. I lost it. I think that what we have to do is trap another piece. What if we trapped another piece? What if we won another piece? Oh man, how do we trap that? I'm thinking of simple moves, you know? Yeah, I think simple moves. Lots of possible options. I think the best thing, best part about this puzzle is the placement, right? Okay, I think I kind of see the answer. I think the answer is knight b3, and the reason why I say that is because knight b3 not only protects, or kind of caves in the escape of that queen. You know, kind of thwarts its escape. Only does it further that. It also defends the square a1. Where is that rook going? a1. So if we go put our knight there, and let's say this rook trades, you know, we don't need two rooks to go to a1. Right? We just need a piece to cover a1. And that can be accomplished by the knight. You know, knight b3 looks like a sound move. And I also say that because it's also discovery attacking the knight on, you guessed it, e5. So knight b3, rook takes d1, rook takes d1. And after the queen tries to make its escape by maybe playing, most probably playing a4, we simply play the move bishop takes e5. And we have ourselves an extra piece, up a piece. The queen goes to a4. No, queen doesn't go to a4. trapped its own queen. I guess we could have done that the easy way or the hard way. I feel like James Bond. All right, there it is. 2,400. Thank God. Okay, we made it. We made it at last after like 200 videos. 2,400. Oh my God. I need to like. I'm 2,400. You know what that means? That's like I am level, bruh. Holy smokes. Okay, I'm 2,400. No, I can't brag like that. I mean, technically, USCF, I'm still like 1850. So, but we'll get there. I'm glad that our tactics are really sharp now, you know. But we can do better, right? There's always room for improvement. All right, let's get this one right as well. Let's get all of them 5 in a row. Let's move on. How long have we been? Oh, 16 minutes. Man, we've been at it for a while. Yeah, see? Just take your time, you know? No rush. So, here, clearly, we can see bishop, you know, happy to sack on h7. You see these a lot. H7, f7, you know, a very common situation. And that is the trick of bishop takes h7 and knight g5. And after that, queen takes h5. And this type of situation can either be defended or massacred. Completely massacred. I mean, you could be pretty much like exploded. Like, if we were to play atomic chess, I mean, it would compare apples to apples. I guess. So basically, you know, bishop takes h7, knight to g5, queen takes h5. After that complete explosion, right? You know, they're just explosions going off everywhere. I mean, you have mating threats going on everywhere. All the white's pieces are involved. And what are black's pieces doing? Absolutely nothing. Like, what the heck is this bishop? Absolutely nothing. Right? So, we need to get these pieces more involved. How do we do that? I think we just take the bishop. King takes h7, knight g5. Well, don't worry about it. King g6. King g6, then g4. Now you might be saying, oh, yeah, g4. That looks tough, but what if we played something else? Oh, what if it's king takes h7, knight g5, then queen takes... Oh, I remember these. Yeah. Okay, got it. There we go. I'm 2403. I'm 2403, baby. We all are. I'm 2403. I feel so good. Alright, well, you guys want to do another one? I don't think the next one's rated, so we can do it. Okay, I almost thought there were 2 queens in the board. This looked like a queen 2 from far. So, basically here, I think, you know, queen pawn. Same thing. I think this was in the very first tactic I think we did. You know, rook pawn. You know, all we have to do is just get rid of one of the pawns, you know, and see if it makes a square. So, queen takes queen, king takes queen. Does it make the square? Let's see. Let's see. This might be a tough one. So unfortunately it does. I see. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to rejoice there. See, when you think in these tactics that you're gonna take this pawn, you are absolutely wrong, and I gotta slap you. No, I'm just joking. I gotta spank you. I'm just joking. That is not the right move. Don't play that. That is not the right move. The right move is pawn push forward. So queen takes queen. Pawn push forward. Right? Because if our pawns are on the sides, then there's no way it's going to be a win for us. all that king has to do is go in the corner, and it will be a guaranteed draw. However, if the pawn is on the g file, then we have a guaranteed win. So let's do it. Let's take this pawn, and let's go up. Let's go there. Whoops. Move it. Yeah, same thing. There we go. Don't mess that up, guys. Don't mess that up. That's a very simple tactic. Getting that pawn on the side. It's harmless to take that pawn, right? Because, it feels so easy. Simply just, here, in this position, take that pawn. Nope. Don't take that pawn. Push the pawn. You can take that pawn with your king while you climb with that pawn. But, nope, not there. But don't take that pawn because you want this pawn to be on the side. Why? Because you want the king to be here on the side as well. You want the king to be here, such that you have a clear passageway. Black played here, king here. Let me show you. If the king goes there, king there, king there, king there, king here. Let's say actually the king goes here. Now if the pawn was here and promoting this way, draw. When it's here, now we have this move. And what is this king doing? Enabling a free passageway. Alright? 3 squares for the pawn to move. The king moves up, pawn push, all 4s move. Now you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Because if we push the pawn, stalemate. Stalemate. Remember that. If we push the pawn, stalemate. What is the correct move? Very easy. The correct move is actually just king here, right? If the king moves here, then we come in from the other side. Sometimes we do actually have to push these pawns in this situation. I like playing this move better. This move looks cooler. If play that, then it's a lot easier for me to visualize it, that I can push here. No, I can't push there, sorry. That I have to play king f7, yeah. And then after king h8, interesting. Okay, so that's something I learned with you guys. King g6. So you definitely have to come to this side, when you're promoting. So that's probably the better option here, right here. Well, I guess we didn't have much of a choice. But the king goes there. Simply play king h6, king h7. After the pawn pushes, king in here. Don't push that pawn. Instead, push the king there. When the king comes there, just come to h6. And then even when you push, notice that. Look at that. This type of position is golden. Depends on whose move it is, though. If it's white to move, it is a draw. If it's black to move, it is a win. Because once a king moves out of the house, new tenants come into the house, a new queen is promoted, right? Very easy to win. So there you go. I learned something with you guys too, right? So basically, when the king is here in the corner, don't push that pawn, right? Instead, push the king here. And also, I learned that, if the king comes here, here. So you really cannot just play pawn push, right? Because it's a draw, actually. Right? You have to think about positioning. If the king comes here, in fact, it looks easy, right? Pawn push here, king there, pawn push there. It looks like a win. But the thing is, it's very easy to forget that black has one more square, and that is this, right? So if the king comes there, it's a stalemate. Pawn pushes, the king comes there, king has to come there still, right? So very, very interesting. Very, very hard to visualize at first, but tactics, practice, tactics, practice your tactics, basically. Practice them over and over and over again, repeated situations. You'll master these, I know it. So endgame tactics, we'll do a bunch of these, and I'd hope to do a lot of tactics ladders. In fact, I'm planning to do I'll make it a goal. 7 daily puzzles a day, 7 tactics ladders a day, or not a day, a week. There we go. That's what happens when it's 12:33 in the morning and you've been playing chess for like 25 minutes. Oh my god. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that daily puzzle for today. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I hope you guys had a very fun morning, and for me, it would be a very fun night. And yeah, please be sure to share this. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I'd love to see you guys in the next one. Take care.